So, hi, I am here with Bill Kimberlin at Ireland's 32 in San Francisco. And, Bill, tell us about what brings you or what brought you to Star Wars.
They wanted somebody who had some experience, not just with one shot, but a sequence of shots. And I had made a couple of feature films and some documentaries. And so I knew how to work on something that would fit with everything before it and everything after it. So I went to Industrial Light and Magic in 1982 to work on what was then called Revenge of the Jedi. It'll always be Revenge for me because I've got all the coffee cups and t-shirts and posters and things. But the story goes, some little kid wrote George and said, Jedis don't seek revenge or something. I don't know if that's true or not. But I do know that the reason it's called Industrial Light and Magic was because if you look on a real estate map, either in the Los Angeles original location or in San Rafael, the zoning map will say light industrial. All George had to do was add the word magic. And he's good with names anyway. Like the Ewoks, well, the Indian tribe in Marin County were Miwoks. And so he picks that stuff up, just like he picked up the name R2D2 when they were mixing American Graffiti. The mixer said, put up reel 2, picture reel 2, dialogue reel 2, but they use shorthand, put up R2D2. So you say something like that in front of George Lucas and it'll be in his next movie.
Okay. Wow, and that's some really cool behind the scenes knowledge. Tell us a little bit, tell all of our viewers the name of your book and what you've got going on out right now.
Okay, so I'm the only person from Lucasfilm that's ever written a book that's about working for Lucasfilm. I thought it was a unique experience and that I should give it a shot, which I did. I worked on about 25 films there. George wanted to keep us together because he was comfortable with working with a crew that he'd worked with before. He was especially reticent when I first knew him. He was only comfortable with the guys he got to know. And then you could sit next to him in lunch and I'd ask him about, movies, just like anybody else. So that was the experience. My book is called Inside the Star Wars Empire, and it's about the empire, the Lucasfilm empire, and it's a memoir. As I have made my own films, I have a film that I made that I showed there, and when I showed it, the movie's called American Nitro, and as we all know, George made American Graffiti, and I showed it there, and about 5 minutes into the movie, somebody yelled out, "Has George seen this?" And I was working there a couple of months later. So that's how I got my start there. I've been in making movies before. I have a website on Facebook called Inside the Star Wars Empire. I also have a Facebook that has 700,000 people on it for my movie American Nitro, which is a 40-year-old movie, but I sell it daily for $25 because nobody else was out there. I was the one that had a camera out there, and everybody else sold theirs to a studio, and they don't have the rights anymore, so they have to come to me, pretty much. And people love the movie because it was made at the height of the first gas crisis, and these guys were burning 6 gallons of nitromethane in a 6-second run. And we were all, of course, in gas lines around the block. So it's kind of ironic. And the guy from the Library of Congress said to me, the older this movie gets, the more interesting it's going to be, because that's a different world. And one of my favorite quotes I put on the cover, the guy said, I watched it every night for a year. Just ask my wife. And my friend said, that should read ex-wife.
Cool. Excellent. Is please check out Bill on all his socials and check out Bill's book about his work in Star Wars and a ton of other movies that are out there. So I'm Dave, and thank you for watching the Virtual Cantina Network. May the Force be with you.